Thank you for tuning in, checking out another episode of Unlucky, a memoir. My name is Kat. Everyone has a story. This one just happens to be mine. Welcome back. Another week done. Time for another video. Thinking about what I was going to talk about this week during our community meeting with the clients and staff. We always have the clients open up with an icebreaker question that they all answer, and this week's was really interesting. It was, how do you want to be remembered when you die? And honestly, I hadn't really thought about that for quite a while. I know I had shared in a previous video of the absolute hopelessness that I experienced back east living in that storage room. And one of the things I commented on was the fear of dying finally set in. And my biggest concern was how people were going to remember me. Not for any of the good that I did, but just as a worthless junkie who threw my life away. So I guess on some level, it's very important to me how people remember me. And I guess since moving in the direction I've been moving in my recovery and life, it hasn't really concerned me as much. And I guess it generally doesn't concern a person as much when they're doing the right things, because hopefully that's going to result in people having good memories of you. And the way I act in my daily life today is to encourage and help however I can, whether it be trying to help someone gain employment, trying to get into recovery, trying to get housing, trying to get help with mental health, just trying to meet people where they're at and treat them accordingly the way that I would have wanted to be treated in those situations. So hopefully I leave a positive mark on people. I guess ultimately what it comes down to is creating a life so good that I no longer want to run away from it. And running away can be more than just going backwards like I'd done in my past. It could be going too far forwards also, and trying to create this ideal landscape that I can walk along ahead of me. And I've mentioned this, that, when you're running too fast, you get your head over your feet a little bit out in front of yourself, you tend to fall and stumble. So my biggest goal has been focusing on where my feet are at right now and focusing on the day. And again, like living in the moment, people can misconstrue that greatly. Living in the moment doesn't mean if I have a bill due on Friday that I ignore it and wait until then to figure it out. There is planning on certain things, but as far as where my path is taking me, I don't want to try to figure all that out too quickly, because any other time I thought I figured it out, I was wrong. So I try to stay in the moment and do the right things at the right time, treat people accordingly and with respect, and try to be uplifting in any aspect of my life that I can, because I know how important it was to me to have the few people, especially towards the end when it got really bad, that still believed in me and still tried to encourage me to do the right things, and that the potential within me that they saw. So I want to try to do that for other people. And I guess hopefully some point after I died, like, people remember me, I left a mark. But I've also realized at this point in my life, it's not a priority for me. It's not the most important thing in my life, and how people are going to remember me after I'm no longer here. I want to know how people remember me while I'm here, right? So that's going through every day, acting the best that I can with everybody I encounter, and treating everybody as a human being and with love, respect, and kindness. And that's a big thing I push all the time. The answer is always love and kindness. And it's not easy. There's a lot of people that push my buttons and get me kind of riled up, but I still do my best to meet them with love and kindness. A big part of that is I have to remember I was that person for somebody else at some point in time. It doesn't have to be the exact same scenario, but I cause people to feel the same way that these situations have me feeling. So that's what allows me to give grace and understanding in situations that normally I would have reacted much, much differently. And I still truly feel like I shared the other week in 2 Corinthians, all those who are in Christ are new creations. I feel like a completely new creation, a completely new person. I don't think the same. I don't let things affect me the same. I don't react. I do my best to develop a thought and then act on it. I mean, I had accolades dumped on me this week about how far I've come, the things I've done, and the milestones I've accomplished. And it was nice to hear those things. It gave me time to reflect and really look at the things I've done and enjoy and appreciate the things that are in my life right now, because I've been one throughout my life to get caught up in the next thing. And I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit, but there was a quote the other day talking about getting too caught up in what's missing in your life instead of appreciating what's right in front of you. And I've done that. I had a wife who I didn't appreciate at the time that was right in front of me because I was too busy with my podcast and different things in my life where I wanted outside recognition instead of being grateful for the recognition I was being given right in front of my face. So I do my best to appreciate, show gratitude, and enjoy just waking up this morning, having indoor plumbing, having a bed to sleep in, having food to eat. Like all these things like help keep me grounded, because I remember a time when they didn't exist in my life. And going along with last week and that consequence of going back out there. And like I said, I know in my heart I could do it. I'm a survivor and I will survive, but I don't want to do it. It scares me to have to go back out there and do it. And somebody was pointing out earlier, like, and the consequence of losing everything I've gained. And that's part of that, creating that life so good I no longer want to run away from it. I don't want to go back, and I don't want to jump ahead too far. It already feels like I've raced through these past 2 years, and I'm trying to slow down and appreciate them and do some more things for myself, take care of myself, and really enjoy the fruit of my labors. So I guess the question is, how do you want to be remembered? Truly grateful for each and every one of you that tune in every week and watch these videos. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that feeds the algorithm. Yeah, it's been a very introspective week, but it's been a good week. Good things continue to happen. God continues to smile on my life. And I couldn't be more grateful and more happy. It's probably the happiest I've been in my life. So with that, I'll catch you all next week.